One problem that many singers struggle with is that excessive tension in the larynx. You know, that feeling that you're pushing too hard. This can even cause a vocal plastering. That is, your muscles are all locked and you can access the techniques you wanted in a satisfactory way. In addition, all this tension can decrease your range and cause a lot of fatigue during and after singing. And no singer wants to risk losing their voice during the show, right? So look, if you want to understand more about it, stay there. But first, leave a like on the video. If you feel that the video didn't help your voice at all, you can take it out later. But leave it at the beginning so you don't forget. And subscribe here on the channel to continue receiving these videos. We have a lot of content about singing and vocal technique here. So let's go! We want to reduce tensions, so we have to stop singing through our throats, right? Well, I'm going to tell you here and now the only proven way to get your voice out of your throat. Don't sing! In fact, don't even talk. Because if you are producing voice, it's being produced, guess what? In your throat. But calm down. We're going to talk about excess tensions. And that's the problem. Our larynx, that is the throat, works during singing. Various muscles are working to produce our voice, but these tensions must be controlled. We can't get overboard. Singing is a balance of pressures, and one of these pressures is precisely the transglottic pressure. And I'm suspicious, but I'd say that this is the one that usually guides our control of the other pressures, or at least it should, towards a more conscious and versatile singing. Inside the larynx, we have a series of muscles, which we divide into the abductor, sealer, adductors, and femurs. Different configurations in the play of forces of these muscles, such as contraction levels, produce different sounds, the so-called vocal schemes. And this is very important. Some vocal schemes call for more tension in the throat muscles, others less. Everything is alright. Singers are athletes. And look, I know that there are those who say that you can only exert force on the diaphragm, on the support, but that's not quite there. The larynx muscles work, yeah. That's what we always say here. If your concepts cannot be seen in the real world, they must change and not the world. And the real world tells us that muscles contract, tense, and are also tensed by other muscles. After, we'll even talk more about vocal schemes. But look, I'll tell you that to walk through different techniques, different schemes, the muscles must be strong, resistant, and agile. We really need to train our laryngeal muscles. If the muscles don't work well, they can fail, and vocal breaks happen, for example. Another thing that can happen if the muscles are not working properly is that they ask other muscles for help. This we call compensation. If that's the case, you can feel shoulders, neck, jaw, mouth, all locked. So, poorly trained muscles equals trouble singing. So don't worry about getting your voice out of your throat, but about carrying your muscles ready for war. Study, preferably with a trust professional who understands voice physiology. Caio, but when I'm singing, I don't feel anything in my throat. Here we have two possibilities. Either you are doing some passive vocal scheme, which has less forces happening in the larynx, like this one. Saying I love you. Or maybe even these forces are happening, but you are not paying attention to them. And look, I would say it would be nice if you did. The more we can feel, and this is strength, okay? The muscles of the larynx, better our control over them is. Now, I want to hear from you. What vocal exercises do you do to work your laryngeal muscles? Leave here in the comments. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel to receive the next ones. So let's go. Let's strengthen the muscles so that inconvenient compensations don't happen, and let's train our technique and control so we don't sing with too much tension. But please don't take your voice out of your throat, okay? And again, if your concepts cannot be seen in the real world, they must change and not the world. So, see you in the next video.